Hello, friends. I hope you are doing really well. Welcome to the first day of our Free Your Authenticity challenge that we're hosting here in the Falcon Healing Circle Facebook group. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, definitely make sure that you sign up for the challenge to get all of the content straight to your email inbox. Um, and I'm happy to engage with you on Facebook or through email. You're always welcome to ask me any questions. But you'll definitely get more of an experience here if you're engaging in the Facebook group. So super happy to have those of you on here live with me. And today we're going to be talking. Well, I've already put up content about exploring your core values. So there's a list that you can look at, and I would love for you to pick out your top 5. And these values may shift, they may change with the years, with your maturity, with life experience. But what are the top 5 values that are really strong with you now? Because these are the essence of your beliefs. And when we're living authentically, we want to be aligned with these values. So when you're feeling that there is a disconnect in your life, it's typically because we are not living authentically and we're not aligning with these values. So it's always good to reflect back on that, and really do a lot of self-investigation, self-inquiry. We are going to be doing that a lot for these whole 5 days. So make sure that you have a journal, a notebook, something that you could write down your thoughts and really process all of this. I would also love for you to keep an attitude of gratitude that you're at this place right now, regardless of what your past is or how painful things might be now. Just grateful that you're at a point where you can start to make changes, that you are mindful of this now, that you have the capacity to do this work. And also also approach it with an attitude of curiosity as well, that you may learn something really wonderful about yourself. You are going to be learning some things that are really awesome about yourself. And that is what's going to spur more of the self inquiry, to boost your confidence and really propel yourself forward by living an aligned life. Okay, so that's what I just put out, the exploration of your core beliefs. Right now, in a practice we're going to do together, we are going to explore your essence, so your essential, authentic nature. Many of you know that I've been a yoga teacher for over 20 years, and this is what first it's not what introduced me to yoga. Like many people, I was attracted to it for the physical benefits. But once I really saw that there was so much beyond that, which didn't take long with my practice, that there was, and this was in my early 20s when there was a lot going on. This became my refuge. The practice became my refuge. And then ultimately, I became the refuge. Okay? So that is what you ultimately learn in more classical yoga systems. So today, I'm going to be leading you through a guided relaxation that I would normally do in the posture of savasana that we do after a whole 1 hour practice or so. But let's see if we can get into it right away. So lay down if possible. You are going to be able to sink in much deeper if you completely let go. And when we're sitting up, we are alert. We may be holding on a bit. So if you need to pause, if you need to ask your family to give you about 15 minutes, of absolute peace and quiet and really honor this time that you're giving yourself. Go ahead and do that now, and then come back and find a space where you can completely lay down and relax. Okay, and once you're laying down, you'll separate your legs a little wider than hip width and shimmy your shoulder blades down the spine as you stretch your arms out, letting your palms open up. So you're in this posture of being fully open and receiving. And I'm going to be ringing this bowl 3 times to help you gradually clear and sink in. So with this first sound of the bell, we're imagining, we're knowing that the vibration of the sound is clearing out any negative, foreign, or unhelpful energies in your space. And now the sound is breaking up and releasing any negative, foreign, or unhelpful energies in your body. Now you'll follow this sound inward to watch the journey of your breath. These first few times, you may want to make your breath extra long and deep. Feeling the full volume of the body pulsating with each breath. Let's tune into your senses that make this human experience so pleasurable and unique for you. So we have our eyes closed right now. Maybe you can open them softly. Gently take in what's around you, then close them again. And notice what you're seeing inside. Imagining what you look like here, resting on the floor or your bed or wherever. Able to see images and put thoughts with those images that shape your experience. And as you swallow a few times here, notice what you're tasting. moist the mouth is. See if you could consciously relax your tongue in your mouth. Notice what you're smelling in your environment. And for all of this exploration, we're staying out of judging an experience as being good or bad. Just taking in the facts here. What are you smelling? What are you seeing? What are you tasting? And now what are you hearing? And then finally, what are you feeling? And we're going to use this connection with our physical body to consciously relax. So first, notice how your body is feeling on the inside as you breathe. Can you feel the breath moving in and out through the nose and deeper into the center of the head, the throat, the chest, the belly? Can you feel the breath pressurizing the torso at the base? And then again, as we felt in the beginning, can you feel the whole body breathing now? Pulsating out in every direction. Feeling the firmness of the surface underneath you. And the air on the skin all around you. And scanning the body, we're going to do it from the feet up to the head. Feel into the toes, the whole foot on each side. See if you can consciously relax them, let them sink. So your feet are heavy. We can actually feel that all these body parts, as we visit them, that they become less solid, more liquid or gaseous, whatever image comes to mind that's comfortable for you to work with, because we are going to dissociate from the body. So we call this shape, as you're laying down, corpse pose for a reason. That we're letting go of the body, we're imagining that it's sinking into the earth. We're honoring it, we're blessing it, and we're letting it go. So turning into liquid, into dust, into gas, merging with the environment, sinking into the floor. And then we'll do the same as you bring your awareness up with the legs, the lower legs. Becoming less solid, atoms separating, merging with the environment and releasing. Same with the knees, the thighs, the hips, low back and belly, solar plexus region, your mid-back, chest and upper back, all around the neck, all around the head. Whole body becoming less solid, merging with your environment and then sinking down. So we have this sense now of distance between the mind and the body which we place so much attention on, probably too much. And as we let go of the body, we're letting go of our image, our shape, our sex, our gender, our conditions. If we have any illnesses we've identified with, that is all releasing down. And feel into what is left here when we let all of that go. When we bury the body in our identification with it, perhaps there's also been some weight lifted from you internally. And now there's more attention on the mind that's wanting to judge all this experience so much. It does such a great job discerning and deciding our best course. It also decides what's valuable or not, which is not always a decision based on our core values, but from past experience, wanting to make you safe. And it has taken on more identities. So not just our physical identification, but our roles. So here with the mind, we're letting go of our job title, our role as a parent, a child, a sibling, a partner, whatever. Our belonging to a political party, a peer group, all of these identities becoming less solid in the mind. Let it merge with your environment and sink down, burying it with the body. And notice if you feel more freedom in the mind. And then the heart, the experience here is going to become more fine-tuned. We notice what emotion is most on the surface. There's always overlap, so maybe you start to feel this in the body again. Maybe the mind becomes more involved again, trying to explain the emotion. We just let all of that go. We let the emotion be. We allow it to shift, to change, to transmute into something less solid, to merge with the environment and sink down. So more in a state of equanimity, ultimately where there's no emotion that is pulling at the body and mind. So there may be some fluctuation. And as we spend just a few more minutes here, whatever tries to come up to the surface, into your consciousness again, to say, look at me, I am more important than you resting right now. Remember what we're doing. We're getting into your essence, which is beyond form. Here we're aligned with your spiritual nature. So we can't even define this. It's formless. We can note that it feels like contentment, which we call in yoga santosha, and there's a sense of peace, shanti. Where you're just floating here in the present moment, unaffected by the past or the future, unaffected by others around you. And in fact, it's this spiritual nature that we have in common with everyone around us. As we belong to an even bigger spiritual nature. This state of infinite nothingness. So it's talked about in all cultures. This infinite nothingness is the Wuji in Taoism. There's no polarity either, and it's all unified. So this is your true essence. You have this experience of seeing it, of feeling it, even briefly. You know it's here. You know it can be found again. You know that it is an awesome place to be. And of course, we can't live our whole lives here. But it's where we go to recalibrate, to reconnect, and to remember why we're here, why your life is so extremely valuable. And then we come back slowly. your thoughts, with your feelings, bringing your body back up. Deeper breaths, you're exploring it again. Exploring your senses again. And start to open them up to what's happening outside of you as you again listen to the bowl sounding 3 times. So let me know how this experience was for you. If you were able to really sink down into your essence. Oh my God. Yeah, we should be doing that every day. I'm so relaxed now. You may find that your lids are a bit more heavier, even though you're wide awake. And this is why we practice. This is why we do this deep work. So again, let me know how that was for you, friends. Please write in your journal about this experience. For those of you doing this challenge live here, July 11th through the 15th, for today, you can be winning this rose quartz roller bottle. It's hard to see the rose quartz there at the bottom because I have a label over it. But it's rose quartz mixed with patchouli, lemon, the doTERRA Hope blend, and the doTERRA Topical blend. And this is for self-acceptance. So applying it to your body, that can add to the connection with your sense of smell as you're doing this practice and connecting to yourself, accepting yourself. So like, love, comment on this post or the one about your core values, and you may win this. So thank you, friends, for joining me today. Hello, Rachel. Thanks for being on with me live. So join me tomorrow where we are going to explore where you might be hiding. So exploring all those layers that we put on more, the attachments that we have to the outside world that keeps us small. So we are doing deeper work together, but it is all going to be very, very good. Okay, so let's focus on the end goal here of where we are ultimately getting to. Many blessings, friends. Take care.